Welcome back, everybody. Another week of amazing comic books.
Yep.
Reviews by Dan and Johnny.
So what issues do we have this week?
We got Batman number 4.
Yep.
Aquaman number 4. Justice League number 2. And
Suicide Squad Rebirth.
Suicide Squad Rebirth, the first intro to that. We will start off with Batman number 4. What do you think about it, Johnny?
I love this issue. This might be the best Batman issue yet, in my opinion. It's really, like, it was kind of bang, bang, bang. There's a lot of action. The plot is thickening, so to speak.
I do disagree that it was the best issue yet. I think last week's was the best. This issue was just not as good, in my opinion. We did see the characters, Gotham and Gotham Girl, start to advance a lot, for sure.
Yeah, they're kind of unraveling at this point, which is good to see because when they were introduced at the beginning of the arc, they seem so they're like Superman practically, compared to Batman. And Batman even says in this issue, he says, I thought that you guys were here to save Gotham and you couldn't. And he kind of goes on this cool little speech and it's just, oh man, it felt so good. Like to see Batman kind of rip into him, and everything's kind of in a shitstorm right now for Batman.
Yeah, Gotham is really losing it right now.
Yeah, he murdered a bunch of soldiers, and his parents got killed, and Hugo Strange and Psycho Pirate are just going. They're fucking all types of shit.
Is that a great comic book name? Psycho Pirate.
It's fucking.
I've never fucking heard that ever.
It's vintage.
In my fucking
apparently.
life. What the fuck?
Yeah. So. Also, there was a cool cameo spoiler from Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
She popped up, and she was in a one or two previous issues talking to Hugo Strange, and she thinks that she's in control. She really isn't. She's kind of trying to team up with Batman this issue, and Batman's he's having a bad day. Basically, his car got fucked up.
Yeah, Gotham destroyed his car.
Gotham Girl is right now, she's in the Batcave with Alfred and Duke, and they're just trying to take care of her while Batman confronts Gotham. And I had a good time with this issue. I'm really looking forward to next week. It's really picking up now.
What do you give it?
I will give this issue a 4.5 out of 5.
I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Let's get in to Aquaman. Aquaman number 4. Which Aquaman. We say this every time.
Yeah, every week. I know it's getting old, probably.
Aquaman is consistently the best.
It's so good, man. I'm seriously, get on this comic.
There's even more issue now between the U.S. mainland and
Atlantis.
There's been an explosion on like a battleship of some kind.
Yeah, that happened at kind of towards the end of the last episode, and the last book, and because of that, Aquaman gets pretty much, they take him into custody, and he goes willingly. He says, Mara, let's be peaceful about this. Let's try to find a solution. In this issue, they don't really find a solution. Things kind of go south.
They do find out that they were being framed.
The deluge from, I think that was in the Rebirth issue.
Yeah.
For Aquaman, all the way back then. And they're basically a terrorist cell. They don't like humans. They want to fight against the surface dwellers, basically. And apparently, though Aquaman thought he'd stop them, they were the ones that took out the U.S. ship, and they're causing, obviously, a big problem for Aquaman. On top of all of the things that are going on earlier with Black Manta, now this is coming up, so he's got a lot on his plate, and he's just trying to find a way to fix it without losing his cool, basically.
Yeah, and Atlantis is obviously worried about the relationship with the mainland, because Aquaman is trying to build a relationship, and they've been framed for this attack.
There's a lot of great political commentary in here.
And the special forces are basically just diving into the water at the crash site. And they try to attack people that can freely move in water without even trying. That's stupid. Yeah.
Mara is really pissed off. She's still at the White House. Things are, she's not having a good conversation with, the secretary and all these other things. And
she goes to break out Aquaman against his wishes. And
at the very end of the issue, she fucking busts in and takes out a bunch of guards, and he's like, what the fuck is going on?
They basically break out of this CIA site or something, and they leave, and then once they get outside to open air, there's helicopters and airplanes and 1 million soldiers.
As soon as they bust out, Aquaman's like, really? This is the way to get out? And so, man, that's a huge cliffhanger. Yeah. It's funny because, Aquaman is always considered to be lame. And
Not anymore.
yeah, really not anymore. It's such a good book. Yeah.
What do you rate it?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, just these books. I don't know if I've given less than a 4.5.
I don't know if I've given it less than fucking 5.
Yeah, but yeah, great book. Definitely the best one this week, I think.
Next up, we have Justice League number 2.
Okay, so this is obviously the second issue, the third if you include the Rebirth issue.
Pretty cool cover.
Yeah, the cover is awesome. The art in this book, just overall, has been really, really great.
The cover is the best part of the book. Once you open it up, it's just all downhill from there.
All downhill from there.
There are some cool moments.
There are some cool moments. I think I felt like towards the end, I felt like, okay, the next issue could be pretty good, I feel like.
The problem is these books are really small, and when you're reading other stories about these individual characters, and then you see literally Wonder Woman in like 2 fucking frames or something,
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit. Overall, the story is basically there was earthquakes going on, and then these people like kind of turned into zombies for a minute, and then Cyborg was like, hey, Justice League assemble at the Watchtower.
Yeah.
They all go up there, and
Which leads to a pretty cool scene.
Yeah, they realize that there's like these basically like they're not like black holes, but they're like these 5-mile wide things in the crust of the Earth.
Yeah.
And they're making all these earthquakes going off. And then on top of that, the Reapers from the Rebirth issue show like not just one, but like 1,000.
bunch,
Like shit. So Batman's like, I have to go get Superman, and then he goes and talks to Superman at the end. But
That was a great scene. I like that one.
you see Batman in this a lot in Flash and the Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
And the rest are kind of just thrown in there. Cyborg is in it too.
Yeah. Yeah. What you look for in Justice League comic, as far as my opinion goes, is character interactions, because you can read their individual comics and those are obviously focused on them, but when you come to Justice League, you want to see these awesome godlike heroes talking to each other and working together. And I feel like this was a better issue than the first issue, but still it's just not quite there yet. And I also the overall plot is just not captivating to me.
Yeah.
It feels cliche. It feels like it's a retread. But like I said, towards the end, the scene with Batman and Superman, I felt like, okay, this could be kind of cool.
It's just not there yet for me. I do like the new female Green Lantern. I do like that Cyborg was featured for a minute. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
I'll give it 2.5 out of 5. And finally, last book of the week, the only Rebirth issue this week that we read at least.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad.
Had to read Suicide Squad.
What a good time for it too, right? And this comic was pretty damn good. I liked it a lot.
It was pretty good for a Rebirth issue. They kind of did like at the very beginning. They were like, "Oh, these are the bad guys, and they're gonna be good," kind of. They did that whole little setup.
Yeah. You definitely have to introduce the characters and the premise.
They really introduced Rick Flag.
Yeah, they did a great job with that.
Basically, he's a super decorated like war veteran, Afghanistan, Iraq, and stuff. And then now he's in like Guantanamo Bay, and nobody even knows he's there.
Yeah.
And Waller goes and visits the president. Is the president Barack Obama?
Yeah.
And then I was like, who the fuck is this? And then
who the fuck is this guy? Looks just like Barack Obama.
And you see her at Guantanamo Bay, and then she basically busts him out, and she's like, you can either stay in here and rot, or because he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And she's like, he even admits himself, like nobody even knows I'm here, basically.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, you can either sit here and rot and just do nothing, or you can come out here
and try to help people. Yeah, it was cool how the book was laid out, because while Amanda Waller's like dialogue was directed at Rick Flag in the cell, it was overlapping with what was going on the later mission.
Yeah.
That obviously the main people in this book included Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and Boomerang. So we got to see those guys in action.
The mission that they went to was in Mongolia, and they were trying to rescue a scientist that had been kidnapped, which we see all the time, it seems like. And basically there was a bomb that could either give you or take away, like, meta powers.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And he has a bomb for it, and then he also has the blueprints in himself, so they were like, we need to get one of them.
The scientist was kind of getting, like, dragged away.
Yeah, he was getting, like, he got caught up in, like, this blue cloud of whatever. And then Boomerang was like, take this and save me, and then Boomerang like cut his hands off with a boomerang, so he had no hands.
And it dropped the thing.
They took that. They took the blueprints and the bomb or whatever. And
Amanda Waller is basically saying, "Do not let them take him, because then they can force him to
do it again.
Another bomb." And he was like, "That won't be an issue. I never missed." And he just fucking pops and breaks his glasses in half. The dialogue was pretty witty, as you would expect. It's dark, it's violent, and I like the art. The art was pretty good. This was cool. I really liked it. If you're interested in this book now, especially with the movie coming out, give it a go. See if you're interested. What do you give it?
I will give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a Rebirth issue. It's pretty good. I could have given it a 4, but I gave it a 3.5. And I have all the expectations in the world that this will be good.
Yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5 actually. Yeah, for just a one shot, really good. I'm excited to see where it goes. Especially we only got to see a few of the main characters in this one, but I know there's gonna be Killer Croc and Katana coming and Enchantress, so that'll be really badass to see all those guys working together. I'm curious to see what the main story is about, but yeah, definitely excited. I'm excited to see the movie. Yeah, check this book out for sure.
Check the book out.
Yeah, it was a great week for comics again, of course.
If you like our reviews and want to see more reviews, please subscribe to our channel.
Give us likes too, please. Share with your friends, and come back very, very soon tomorrow, next 24 hours or so. Suicide Squad movie review.
Be on the lookout.
It's coming.
For the Suicide Squad.
It's coming by the end of the week.
It'll be up very, very soon.
Yeah. I just hope it's not another X-Men Apocalypse.
Jesus Christ.
I think we can both say that.
So yeah, I'll shit on screen.
Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, stick around. Make sure you look for that review. And we will see you then.
See you later.